I'll be honest with you. The week leading up to the start of 2022 had my anxiety levels on an all-time high. And it's for two reasons mainly. Number one, I was overwhelmed by the goals that I had set for myself for the year that hadn't even started. But more than that, I felt disappointed. I felt like there were so many things I needed to do in 2021, but I just didn't get to do them all. It wasn't until I sat down in my devotion with God, the beginning of the year, and He peeled back the layers of all the things I had done, all the things I had accomplished, and when He took me through all those things, I was mind blown. And so this video is basically me sharing some of the great things I accomplished in the year 2021. And then I'll speak to you about some of the goals that I have for 2022 and what my word or my intention or my phrase is. Then I'll speak to you also about how you can be intentional about this year and actually knock whatever goal that you have set in place. I'm ready to begin when you are. You're listening to the Purpose Practitioners Podcast, a show for young professionals who are on a journey to living out their purpose as a fulfilling, impactful, and sustainable profession. Here, you will receive expert advice and strategies on how you can become an excellent practitioner of your purpose and hear from other young professionals who chose to bet on their purpose and are thriving as a result. Take it from this mining engineer turned coach and consultant. Nothing is better than for you to find joy in the work that you do because that is your heritage. Let's start the show. Hey guys, Mpumi Bonani here. Thank you so much for passing by my YouTube channel. Thank you for all your feedback and all your contributions in my previous video. I'm so excited to be continuing on this journey with you. Don't forget to like. Yes, I'm that YouTube person. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, leave all your comments. Let us engage as a community. Okay, so my word for 2021 was health. And oh my, I wish somebody would have told me that in order to get to a place or a state of health, you have to come face to face with ill health. I had no anticipation of how the year was going to unfold and unwind. And oh my Lord, I wish somebody had told me. But now that I think about it, had somebody told me how unpleasant the process was going to be, I was probably not going to have gotten into the things that I got into or committed to the health that I wanted to get into. I'll share 4 areas in my life where I was very intentional about getting to a place of health, 3 which I'm very proud of, and 1 that I'm not so happy with. So let's talk about my physical health, right? At the end of 2020 in December, I was diagnosed with a severe case of a rare autoimmune condition called alopecia. So on the crown of my head, I started seeing hair loss. And now for somebody who had rich, thick, beautiful, long hair growing up, I really took a knock when I discovered that my hair was thinning at the crown, and not just thinning, but actually leaving my scalp. I was experiencing hair loss. So with all of that, I thought if I want to see change, I'm going to have to effect change. So health in that area looked like me going to visit a hair loss specialist and getting started on the journey of rejuvenating my scalp, I guess, and regaining my hair. I've spent thousands of rands investing in this treatment. It is financially taxing. It is emotionally taxing. I mean, I'm a year into the treatments, a year and then some into the treatments, but I still feel the emotions and the psychological effects of the treatments and just the whole process of losing my hair and all of that. It is physically taxing. When I started the treatments, I had hair growing out on my face. I'm very hairy if you look at me closely, and that's part of the side effects of the treatments. It's a long journey. It's still a while that I have to go, but I invested in it. I wanted to be healthy in that space, and that's what I did. Number 2, braces. Yes, it doesn't sound like something you do for your health, but for me, it's more than just my physical health, but also for my wealth. So I used to get so insecure when I speak because one of my upper teeth was longer than the other one. So when I opened my mouth, only that tooth would show. So I looked like a beaver, and I just thought, you know what, to get rid of these insecurities and actually invest in what I want, because I imagine myself speaking across the globe and coaching and teaching. I don't want my teeth to be an inhibitor in me actually doing what I want to do. So I got these braces. It is not a pleasant journey. I would not recommend braces for anybody, okay? Don't do it. If everything is fine, it's okay. You don't need to do it. But if you do, go ahead. I don't recommend it. All right, that is the second thing. And the final thing I did for my health was actually consistently go to gym. I signed up for gym in 2018, but between 2018 and 2021, I think I went to gym more in the months of 2021 than I did in all those 3 years combined, because I was very intentional about my health. All right, that's my physical health, right? So the second area is my financial health. So what this looked like was obviously paying off my car. If you follow me on social media and even here on YouTube, you know that I paid off my car in 3 years instead of 6. So for my health to get out of debt, for my financial health and getting out of debt and beginning my wealth building journey, it was very important for me to pay off my car. So 2021, my car got paid up. Also, I have fully funded my emergency fund. Now, a lot of financial people talk about 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved. I've actually saved up to a year's worth of living expenses. And I can imagine the offense and the hurts that God might have felt when I was like, I don't want to go into 2022. I've disappointed myself when He's allowed me to accomplish so much. And I made another investment in 2021, a huge investment that I'll only speak about later on in this year. But a lot happened that indicated financial health for me, and I'm very ecstatic for that. The third area is professionally. So how my professional health looked like is that after toiling and laboring at work, I actually got a promotion. And that promotion came with a salary increase. So that was very healthy for me because it boosted my finances, but also just boosted my confidence in the work that I do to be recognized enough to be given a promotion. So these are the three areas of my life that I'm really happy to have met my intention or my goal of health. But where my spiritual life is concerned, I really slacked there. So I found myself not doing devotion as regularly as I'd want to, and as regularly as I'd want to is every day. I wasn't really fervent and earnest in my prayers. And what that led to is me making some poor decisions here and there and then recovering, because I mean, when you know the truth, nothing can move you from it unless you allow it to. So I wasn't praying as fervently. I wasn't doing my devotion as diligently. And that actually affected me a lot. Now, I often say to people, if I'm not spending time with God, I've got nothing to say, because I believe that when I don't spend time with God, I'm a little less wise than I'd like to be. So not spending time with God or focusing on my spiritual health actually rendered me ineffective for service. I wasn't posting as much. I actually neglected the work of Purpose Practitioners Club for a very long time. And I'm very disappointed in that. But because now I know never to do it, because it's very pivotal for me, I never want to go back there. Now, that was my review of 2021. Let's move into 2022, the year that has just begun. My word or my phrase or my intention for the year is guts and glory. Guts and glory. Guts means the courage and determination that it takes to do something difficult or unpleasant. 2022 is all about doing the difficult things, undergoing unpleasant experiences or processes in order to get to a place of glory. So I'm mustering up all the courage that I can. I am determining to do the things that scare me. Literally in every moment, so every circumstance, I'm going to ask myself, what is the gutsiest thing that I can do? Today, what is the gutsiest thing that I can do? In this moment, what is the gutsiest choice that I can make? And that's all we're going for. Gutsy things. Not comfortable things that I've been able to do for, no. gutsy things. Glory. So I said my term is guts and glory. Glory means praise and worship to God. If you've ever heard the song, we give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. That glory literally speaks to the praise and worship of God. And so I want that when I make these gutsy decisions, for God to get all the praise and all the worship for everything I do and everything I get to point to Him being a sustainer, being a provider, being the one that gives me the ability and the power to go for all these courageous things that I'm determining to do. The second definition of glory is great beauty. I want out of an unpleasant, difficult process or experience that took a lot of guts for great beauty to come out of that. A third definition is a special cause for pride, respect, and pleasure. So after the unpleasant experience or process to get to a place of respect, respecting myself for the things that I've done. Beaming with pride for having taken the courage and taken the guts to do what I want to do. And finally, it means fame, praise, or honor that is given to somebody because they have achieved something important. So there's no way that great work, gutsy work, courageous work can go unnoticed. I am expecting that there will be a lot of recognition and applause for all the things that I would do, because I wouldn't have done something that makes me feel comfortable or something that makes me feel okay, but something that really took me out of my comfort zone and made me go for it, even though it seems insane. Now, there are a slew of goals that I've told myself I want to accomplish in this year, and I will share just 3 with you, and then the rest you'll see unfolding. And the goals that I'm sharing, because I believe they are pivotal, are goals that I believe will have a domino effect. Now, this means these are the goals that will cause a series of similar events to happen one after the other. So if I do one, it makes things easy for me because it filters into the next goal. So I'm going to share what my spiritual goal and my financial goal and my professional goal are for 2022 under the theme or under the intention, guts and glory. Spiritually, I've told myself that I will only move at God's command. Only move at God's command and only do as He commands. Now, this is very gutsy because there are things that happen and you're just like, well, logic says or my feeling says, but I don't want to be driven by my feelings. I don't want to be driven by logic. I don't want to be driven by reasoning. I want to only move as God commands and only move at His command. Go when He says to go. Chill when He says to chill. Turn when He says to turn. Drop things when He says to do it, or pick other things up when He says to do it. For me, that's very gutsy. Waiting on God, being uncertain and only waiting for Him to give the command, that's what I intend to do in 2022 for my spiritual life. Financially, I want to earn more than 100K per month within Purpose Practitioners Club. Yes, 100,000 Rand per month, not per quarter, not in the whole year, per month. And the reason why this is gutsy is because it means I will have to put myself out there in ways I haven't done before. I'm going to have to pitch big people, big doors, and really kick doors open in order to get me to this place. But I believe that when I do the gutsy things, the glory that will ensue will be greater than my mind can fathom. And finally, for my professional life, the gutsy thing that I will do in the year 2022 is quit my corporate job. The reason this is gutsy is because we all believe our corporate jobs offer us stability, medical aid, pension fund, and all those things. I've been preaching to people, and I believe with my heart of hearts and my heart of hearts that there is optimization of finances or earning potential when we step into our purpose and do it full time. And so the gutsiest thing will be for me to leave my job and take God at His word and work in my purpose full time. Now, here's the thing with me. I don't just stop at goals. I create a system. And if you're wondering what the difference is, a system is an organized, purposeful structure that consists of interrelated and interdependent elements. If you remember earlier, I said that the way I set my goals is I focus on the goals that will have a domino effect. So I don't have arbitrary goals that are not interlinked or interconnected. The way to define a system, I guess, is a set of detailed methods and procedures and routines created to carry out a specific activity, perform a duty, or solve a problem. So when you have a system, you have got methods that you use to help you accomplish your goals. You've got a procedure or routine that you follow in order to accomplish whatever it is you have in mind. Now, I have created my system and I will be sharing it with those who want to create their own system. And how we're going to do it is, as the first order of business under Purpose Practitioners Club membership, I'm going to be walking every member through my strategic success system, as well as helping them craft or create their own. All right, so what a strategic success system is exactly that. We're going to create a system where you put together your goals strategically in order to attain to whatever success looks like for you. So in the areas of our spiritual life, our personal life, our relationship, our health and fitness, our finances, our professional life, we're going to create a system that is interrelated and interdependent, where our goals speak to each other. At the end of the year, you're not going to feel burnt out because you were trying to do all these things at the same time, but it's all going to feel like one flowing thing, one organized thing, because that is what a strategic success system allows us to do. Now, every member of the Purpose Practitioners Club is going to be able to go through theirs, create it, and then be able to go through it every day until the end of the year. Now, I'm inviting you to this masterclass where we will all be doing this together. Now, I told you it's for Purpose Practitioners Club members. It's only for Purpose Practitioners Club members. And how you can become a member is use the link that is provided below in order for you to actually sign up and become a member. From me and my goals and my review, I'll check you later. Although this episode is over, our relationship doesn't have to be. Let's engage on social media. We are at Purpose Practitioners Club on Instagram. If you want any of our tools, our masterclasses, our courses, and our programs, head on over to www.purposepractitioners.club. Yes, we're fancy like that. And you know how you can make the show great is if you subscribe or follow and you leave a review so we know what we're doing great and what we can improve on. But also share it with your colleagues, with your friends, and with your family so we can all elevate our careers or our professions in 30 minutes a week. Until next week, ciao.